What's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, powered by stagefront.vip, being joined with Vergil Ortiz. Vergil, man, it's been a while since I last talked to you. I know the last time I spoke to you, I asked you, like, hey, like, do you feel like, finally I'm in the ring? You're like, no, not until I step into the ring. Unfortunately, what happened to put that fight with Stanionus postponed indefinitely. You moved up in weight now, but I guess how are you feeling, man? You're finally going to step on the scale, and you're finally going to step in the ring.
Yeah, I feel great. You know, this is the most energy I've had fight week in any fight week. You know, I was just throwing the bag, like I said in the interview, the post conference, press conference. You know, I'm all over the place right now.
Why?
Because I'm excited. You know, this is just it's almost new to me again. You know, it's like the first time. You know, but yeah, so I'm just ready. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to step in on the scale, and you know, I'm ready to go. This is badass. I'm excited to be here.
You know, what sort of emotions have been running through your mind this week as we get back to your return?
I'm gonna say the same thing over again, but it's the God honest truth. I'm really excited to be here, you know, and most of all, I'm happy. I really am happy.
How would you encapsulate the last year and a half, almost 2 years, with all the health issues going on? Like, how was that for you?
Shitty. Yeah, it was really bad. You know, mentally, physically, for sure. That was the main problem. But you know, we got everything taken care of, and we're ready to go.
Did it ever cross your mind, like, man, I think I'm gonna have to stop fighting? Like, did that ever cross your mind? Did it ever get to that point?
Right before I passed out, the last fight, I broke down crying. You know, because I thought that my career was over, and I don't know. It was a real tough time, just to say that. Yeah.
How'd you get through it?
You know, I tried to distract myself. I went to some concerts. I went to tried to hang out with my friends, go out to eat. That's really all I could do.
Little by little, you got over it? Or like there's not still a kind of like in the back of your mind, like, man, like kind of hanging over you?
I'm not over it. I'm not over it. Until I fight again, I had 2 more days. I have less than 48 hours. Until I fight again, step in that ring and win in dominating fashion, then I'll get over it.
For those that may not know, what exactly happened the last time that caused you to pass out? Was it like a flare-up of the rhabdo, or was it something else?
So it wasn't rhabdo. You know, that's a common misconception. People thought it was rhabdo all over again. You're saying, oh, he's a washed fighter. He can't fight no more. It was just a simple case of excessive heat, or what? I overheated basically, and I was dehydrated, like, severely. Yeah.
It was that bad of a cut to get to 47.
It was really bad, you know, and it's just, if I can't do it no more, I can't do it no more. And really, it was just due to the fact that I fought Mean Machine in August of 2021, then I fought McKinson in 2022 of the same month, and that it was just too long. After the McKinson fight, I was expecting to fight Stanionus that same year, and that was going to be my last 147 fight. So we had already knew this was going to be the last one. We pushed it too long. That's not my fault, though. We were ready.
You know, given that, how do you feel at 154? And are you having to cut a lot of weight still, or is it something where it's like, oh, wow, like I'm only like 2-3 pounds off. Like this, I feel good. Like my energy's good.
I feel fucking great. Yeah. I feel good. I feel good. So
that's good. That's not a worry then. This issue won't happen anymore because now you're at a comfortable weight.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I'm comfortable right here, man, and I have a lot of energy, and I'm just ready to go.
What besides energy, like how else have you feel like you filled out at like 154? Like how do you feel? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel like your conditioning's better? Like how is it being at this weight now?
I feel the same. I feel the same. You know, nothing really changed. So I feel the same, and I mean, and that's a good thing. I feel like I said earlier, it feels familiar when I was at my best. You know, so I feel like I'm at my best right now.
I know when any athlete is away for a long time, like they want to come back and make like a huge splash, a huge impact to remind people like, hey, I'm here, I'm still here. I would imagine that's on your mind as well, and that's what you're looking to do on Saturday.
Of course, you know, people definitely overlook me now, and you know what? I bet a lot of fighters do too. So, and I hope they do, and I hope they come find out that that's not the case.
Yeah, you mentioned it at the press conference. It's kind of like struck a nerve with you, huh? When you're saying like, oh, like Vergil's done, Vergil's watched. Like, talk a little bit about that. Like why it struck a nerve with you?
Because I'm a
Well, you're young, first off.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that too. But I'm a prideful person. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I have a lot of pride in what I do, in my work ethic, in what I've done. So for someone to tell me that sits behind a computer to tell me and everyone else that I'm done, like, all right, like, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. And that's just me saying that censored. You know, because I have a lot more to say in a bad way, but you know, that's it.
Yeah, you know, when I just know from people connected in boxing that you train very hard, like harder than normal and everything like that. So when people were saying like, oh, Vergil doesn't train hard, I'm like, no, that doesn't sound like Vergil. I would imagine, like you mentioned, like you took offense to that.
Yeah, you know, don't ever question my work ethic. You know, that's if I have one thing, it's that I'm a hard worker. I have the best work ethic out of everyone.
You know, finally, Vergil, you were so close to getting a title shot at 147 pounds. I know Crawford was being mentioned for you as a potential opponent, given your ranking. Now that you're at 154, there's two champions there, Jermell Charlo, but he's had some issues, and TIm Tsyzu, though it looks like Crawford and Spence are moving up. Who are you looking for? What's the one fight there at that division that you feel like that's the one I want, that's the one I have to get now that I'm in a division that I'm good?
See, that's the thing. I want to fight everyone, but at the same time, I'm not going to wait for nobody no more. You know, because a lot of the problems came from me waiting for the fights, for the big fights, for me to put on a show for the fans that never got to happen because it kind of seemed like only one person wanted to fight. Or at least at that time. I was ready to fight Stanionus right after the McKinson fight. The fight didn't happen. It wasn't my fault. So, I mean...
Either or, I like all of them, and I know you've told me too. Like you wanted the Crawford fight. You and TIm Tsyzu, I feel, is a crazy, violent fight.
That's an exciting fight right there. I mean, you know, all respect. I would love to fight him. You know,
that's a title fight too. Vergil, man, hey, good seeing you. I really look forward to your return to the ring, man. I'm glad everything's okay with you now as well. Vergil Ortiz returning to the ring, coming up on DAZN this Saturday here in Las Vegas.
Erdman, Gabriel Zotto, myself will be on the broadcast. It'll be a lot of fun. Tickets available, limited tickets at axs.com. So make sure that you go and follow all the Golden Boy social media accounts for all the behind the scenes and all the Golden Boy YouTube page for exclusive camp content. And there you see the main event is Vergil Ortiz Jr., Frederick Lawson, as Oscar de la Hoya stands between the two fighters, along with Bernard Hopkins, a couple Hall of Famers behind them. Thanks to all the members of the media that showed up today, taking directions from Jay Murcia, best in the business. Vergil Ortiz Jr., Frederick Lawson, 12-round fights at 154 pounds this Saturday, January 6th, in the theater at Virgin Hotels here in Las Vegas. Stream live worldwide on DAZN. Doors open at 3:30. The first fight at 4. You'll see 2 fights for Southern California fighters. Tomorrow's weigh-in will be open to the public, live from the Virgin Hotels in Las Vegas. So if you're in the Vegas area, doors open at noon, and we'll get going at 1 o'clock. If you're not, hey, check us out on the Golden Boy YouTube page as more of the fighters get ready to pose. And you see O'Hara Davies, our new amigo. So he's been practicing Espanol on Duolingo for the last 2 years. Says he loves Spain, loves Mexico. Come on in. Ismael Barroso de Venezuela, training in Miami, is always a tough out. That'll be a good scrap there. And then Raul Curiel against Elias Diaz from San Diego. Arnold Barbosa Jr. fights on Saturday. Arnold's getting ready for the Raiders on Sunday. New signees to Golden Boy. There you see Vergil, Frederick, Ismael Curiel, Mexican Olympian, Arnold. So that'll be a good one Saturday night. You heard it from Vergil. He's on point. He's ready to go. And do not miss out. Limited tickets available at axs.com. So the Virgin Hotels here in Las Vegas is where the fight's going to be. Golden Boy kicks off 2024 with an action-packed card live on DAZN. Tomorrow, remind you,